What's up, man? It's your boy T Woods checking in, back for another episode of Words of Woods. We're at the Living Room Lounge, man. What's up with you, boy?
Sir,
I got my boy Manny in the building, man. Owner of Living Room Lounge. I know you heard about it.
Feel good. I feel good right
Hey,
there.
man, how that sound, man? Cheers, man. Cheers.
Yo, to a good year.
To
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
year,
New
2020.
beginnings.
New year, new
Doing
blessings.
it all. We coming for everything.
New business
you know what I'm
adventures,
saying?
man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Living Room Lounge, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Gotta take a sip to that, man.
Hey, we gotta take a sip. Definitely
Yes,
proud of
sir.
you, man. You came a long way. How does it feel just to be able to say owner of Living Room Lounge?
Yo, it feels good, man. It feels good. It's definitely been a long ride, man. Just starting off as an entry-level promoter, you know what I'm saying? Promoting like concerts, all ages, teen events, and all of that. It feels great.
What was that first moment that, you got hip to this lifestyle?
Well, with me, it kind of happened a little different. It was everything. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I first moved here real young, and, just where I come from, the American dream is just moving here, going to school, going to college, getting your degree, getting a job, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt a little different, just coming here and seeing every.
Which is not set up for us to succeed.
That's not the American dream.
It's not the American dream.
But I come from a place where everything is like so old school, and with my family, my grandma and everything, they're so used to that. Like, yo, go to school, get your degree, get a job, and blah blah blah. And I was always the kid that just thought otherwise. I was a little different.
You had a bigger plan for yourself.
It was difficult. Just imagine coming from a place where everybody got to do this, do that. Even
So,
we're here,
all right. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
At what age did you realize that? Because it's like, okay, when you grow up, when you're a little kid,
Yeah.
you may not realize that the circumstances you may be in, or just how your situation is. At what age did you realize, like, okay, I want more for myself, and I know that the typical life that they have set out for us is not for me. What age did you realize
Very
that?
young, man. I don't know if I could put a number out there.
Because some people don't realize.
If I had, because I remember being like a kid. This is like no joke. Like, I have pictures of myself when I was a baby, and I'm doing different things, acting like I'm in the army, or I'm doing this, or I'm a cameraman, or I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I think it started very young, but I was too young to understand, It's kind of like but they could see it. Like, I've always had that in me. But I'll say around like 13, 14, it definitely was like, yo, this ain't, because when I moved there, all my friends was getting jobs at like Kroger's and, all these jobs, and it just never made sense to me to go sit at a place for a whole hour and make $6-7, which was what minimum wage back in the day, or probably even less if I'm not mistaken. It just never made sense to me, So I invested in the shovel, or actually we had one. I wait for the snow, go shovel snow. I'm $20 a house. When it's summertime, I'm cutting the grass, so I'm bringing in more money than in a week or in a day probably than my friends that brought in the whole week. Cause they doing part time, they getting $60 checks the whole week, and I'm, what I'm saying, I'm double, triple.
So what's the mindset that you have? Like, all right, just being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur, your mindset is different than a person who works a typical 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
So with you saying that you were going door to door, with the shovel, do you think as far as, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not getting paid hourly, the more houses I do, that's the more money I get, as far as, or
just both, and just kind of being in control of what I do. I don't really like somebody tell me what to do, or what I'm saying. So that was a major part of it. Like, damn, I got to clock in. I got to, and I move a lot. What I'm saying? Ever since I was a kid, I like to move a lot.
You like to move on your own time.
Yeah, I like stuff, so that was really like the main thing of it. Like, on top of like just feeling like, damn, I might be doing all this work. No matter what I do, I'm making $7 an hour, compared to I could go to this house and knock 2-3 houses out in an hour and make $60.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So that was both of those were like major parts of the reason why I did that. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I was able to get all my friends. It became like a neighborhood thing where I got 2-3 of my boys, and we just house to houses. Like, we getting a lot more houses done. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 2-3 other people with me, and we getting way more money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I kind of always had it in me. And I was never like big on school. Like, I like school, I like to learn. But one thing that was difficult for me was just sitting in a class trying to learn something I have no interest in. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I can go on and on about the school curriculum and
Yeah.
just how it's set up. Like, I'm sitting here thinking back to high school, everything that I've been taught in high school. I'm not gonna say everything,
You're not really using it now.
but I want to more so say like the math and stuff like that. I am not using none of that.
Absolutely.
Like, so it's like I don't know why
They're making you take it.
they're paying people minimum wage and they're making them. They're forcing people to think
Yeah.
that they need to go to school
To be able to do this.
to write a bunch
you
of
that.
long ass math problems that you're really not gonna use ever. You just need to know how to count up and add and subtract
That's it.
and
Multiply,
divide. And multiply. But
That's it.
all right, so you out here with the shovels, maneuvering, going door to door. What was the first moment that you had your club experience? Like, what was your first party that you threw?
Well, after the whole shovel thing, I helped run I worked at and helped run a phone shop. I don't know if you remember, but I did that on the side. Yeah, I used to sell phones, fix them, you know what I mean, make payments and all that type of stuff. But I think it was in high school. Most of the things that I have done, I like to say came to me and not more so me just sitting there and thinking about it. So I sitting in high school, I just had this crazy idea about just doing a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Which was weird because I was never like too big on fashion or anything like that. It was just like do a fashion show. So I'm walking around asking everybody, what they think about it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, prior to that, I had did a event, a party. I did a party for the first time. It was a back to school bash. Again, with that too, I think it was just a conversation with my friends. We just sitting there chopping it up.
We should throw a party.
Let's throw a party. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy for me to even think like that because I never went to like a popular high school or, you know what I mean? I went to a charter school, which like we barely had people go there. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people that went there weren't like party kids or like we didn't really have that culture there. So I always had to branch out, go to other schools' football games, to meet people and
Network.
it worked.
Been networking at a young age.
It worked. So it was a lot of energy, but it definitely worked. So like, you know what? Let's do a party. Made about $4,000 in about 2-3 hours. Party got shut down from a fight. I'm 16 or 15 or something. I'm like, oh shit,
yeah, we rich.
I could get used to
Ballin'.
this. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like I like seeing people happy. You know what I'm saying? That's I feel like that was like one of the main things too. Like just I enjoy seeing people having fun. Even now, like when I have events and I got to cut the lights on or something like that, I'm like, I wish I could give them like an extra 30 minutes because I just hate to ruin people's fun. So that was a big part of it too. Did the party, make some good money, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I could adjust to this, and then from that, it just went on to just me branch into, like the fashion show, which was
talk more about the fashion show, man.
Yeah, so I had that also in high school. It was an idea that just came to me, because just throwing parties over the years or, for a couple of months, it was like, yo, you got all these people, and I had people asking me, yo, can I perform? Can I do this? Can I do that? I'm like, we have all these different talents, but they just come to the party and just, have fun, get lit, whatever, and just go home. Why not set something for people to be able to, if I have this platform, why not, set up something that can help other people.
To help other people get exposure and just showcase their
what
talent.
they got. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole idea of dreams to reality, and that's how the name came about. Just helping other people's dream become a reality, because that was a reality of mine too at some point to be able to do that.
For sure, definitely dope events for sure.
Yeah,
It's an
nah,
experience. It's an experience.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, and and with that, and that's why this is like a major part of all of that. You have to love what you do, or you just it won't work out. You know what I'm saying? I did the fashion shows for about 3-4 years, and I was losing money every year, to where my family's like, yo, I don't get what you're trying to do. Like, why you losing money, but you keep doing it?
They never believe it till they see it.
Yeah,
though,
and
man.
sometimes it's not even like them not believing it, because like for instance, my grandma, she definitely always believed in me, but she just so old school. It's like the mentality is like, that's all I know.
You gotta be in a hole sometimes before you bubble.
It doesn't make no sense for me to keep losing money and keep doing it. That's how they look at it.
That's the sacrifices you gotta make though.
And I look at it as, it's just, I keep telling them like, yo, it's the beginning. And at that time, I'm not working, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you just throwing money out, but I seen a bigger picture. And just being consistent, you know, which I feel like it's like the biggest thing, you know, just being consistent, which I was able to do, just stay consistent with it. And over the years, I was able to, you know, start bringing in some sponsorships and money and all of that, you know what I mean? So.
No, that's definitely dope. That's definitely dope. I know you, like I said, man, sometimes you just gotta be in the hole. Sometimes, you know, people don't see what it takes in order for you to get to
there.
where you need
Absolutely.
to be. Like,
absolutely. And
it's
if you
never,
listen to them, you're never gonna get there.
You're never
because
gonna
their
get there.
experiences might be a little different from them. And that's why, you know, most people, if you're not, you know, that want to listen to mentors or whatever it is, like, you gotta be careful. Like, they might tell you, they might give you this advice, but that's what worked for them. It might not work for you, you know, and what might work for you won't work for them. So you kind of just got to soak it all in and then apply it to yourself. Like, okay, this is what they told me, but is this going to work with the type of person I am and what I do? You know what I'm saying? Just kind of pick and choose. You don't just go with it just because you've seen them successful, because their route might not work for you.
there's a lot of lessons learned and a lot of L's.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of L's that you take, you know, on a journey to success, for sure.
Oh,
man.
speaking of L's, absolutely, man. It's like, and you know, coming up, like I would say, I've always been a person that like to help other people. Even when I'm not in a position to, I still, like, you know, a lot of different stories. Yeah, always. And it's a lot of people that I've helped just on the strength of me just trying to, you know, just help them get to where they want to be, because I know how that feels.
Because you want to see people around you be successful.
And I've been fucked over. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times.
Always fucked over.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I mean? It's like
life.
the good guy gets punished. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not strong enough, or if you're not, you know, if you don't focus on what your end goal is, like, before you help this person, what did you want to achieve? You know what I'm saying? If you don't keep that mentality and just be like, okay, cool, it happened, on to the next person, and don't let that affect you, you know, that's...
But you can't help others unless you help yourself, though.
Oh, no,
like,
of course.
You gotta make sure yourself is straight first, man. You gotta take care of yourself, man.
That's major.
It's fucked up to say, but sometimes you really gotta be selfish in some ways.
Oh, no, you have to. You have to. You can't... I feel like certain people and just certain levels of greatness that you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish to be the head honcho. You have to be selfish because if you think about other people, you got to think about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not careful, other people might stop you, or it might ruin what you got planned for yourself, because you're like, yo, all right, I got $100, I got to get this, but this person ain't eat all day. Let me give them $30, $40. So it's about a balance, but sometimes you just got to be selfish. You got to be, or you can't be like all the great people at some point in their life. I feel like had to be selfish, or they couldn't get there. Because you just got to focus on yourself and know, like, this is what I want to do, and that's what I want to do. I'm gonna stick to it. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about Living Room Lounge, man. Definitely lit, man. Yeah. We're gonna talk about this at the section, though, man, about how Living Room Lounge is, how this is the place to be, and this is the place, man, that you gotta be each and every day. Yep. It ain't a particular day. Every day is something else.
It's something for you to do every single day.
But not yet. Get me over there, man. Important right now. You got me in this section. All right, man, let's talk Living Room Lounge, man. It's a blessing, and I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you, man.
It's been a long road, man. Long ride.
I know the process been crazy, just
sure.
Getting it started. I was here when you guys was, you know,
painting and renovating and all that.
Renovating, you know, blueprinting the place.
Yep.
And now we open for business.
Yes, sir.
How has it just been, just the process of it all? When did you open up Living Room Lounge?
I opened it up for my birthday, October 12th, the All Black.
How was that, man? I was there.
It's crazy.
But I want you to explain it from your perspective. I know my perspective, it was turned.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it's always that little bit of stress to it. You know what I mean? I'm like a perfectionist. I like everything to be like on point.
I'm the same.
even though it's my birthday, I'm supposed to be celebrating. You know,
Still want to make sure everybody
you still
else happy.
catch me moving around and checking on people and all of that. You know, but that was an amazing experience, man. To just even think of it. Like last year, I didn't have it in my mind. Like, oh, you're gonna be doing your birthday party in your club. You know what I mean? So.
I know you were like struggling and trying to figure out if you wanted to have your birthday party here.
Yeah, I was. The size
it wasn't
of it.
ready. The size of it.
Yep.
So what made you want to finally go through it?
It was just kind of like I got into those I got into one of the moments that was just like, yo, either way, people gon' like it. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Like, it don't have to be perfect. Just ride it out. You know, and I do that sometimes where I just go with the flow. So I was kind of like, you know what, we got about a week. Let's make it happen. And I recall having you in here, a couple of other my friends pulling up and just helping put everything together. Paint walls like 2 days before it opened type thing, you know what I mean? So it happened, it was great, and everybody had a great time.
I like what you did with the place for sure, man. You definitely got it decked out in here.
You appreciate it more because you seen how it
process. When somebody see the process, they definitely
different.
Hats off to you for sure, man, because you know what I'm saying, when you building something from the ground up, They don't see it.
They don't see it. They just see
behind the
scenes.
They just see it. They just
you seen the work that was put in.
They just get fly and come out, have a good time. They don't see all the stress and what it takes for you to make sure that they have a good time.
Right.
To make sure that they have an experience here. So, all right. So you opened up Living Room Lounge.
Yeah.
What sets Living Room Lounge, and like what makes it different from all the other bars and just clubs in the city? What type of vibes? Are you going for? Because you said you like a lot of control. You like to be in control.
Yeah.
And since it's just you the owner, what type of vibe do you want to have people come into? What type of experience do you want
I mean, my whole idea, it's along with my partners, our whole idea of this was just trying to just bring that out of town vibe, you know what I'm saying? And, like you, for example, I know you and I heard you say it a couple of times. Well, I used to too, you know what I mean? For people to just come in here and feel like, just feel like they out of town.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
I say it all the time,
people.
like, when you go out of town, it's different. I used to be saying, I'm in these streets more often now, now I'm back in the city, I've been dibbling dabbling in these streets, and Columbus night scene is definitely growing, but I always was like, I don't never want to go out of town. I don't never want to go out unless I'm out of town, because the vibes is different when you're out of town.
It is.
When you go out of town, you see the same old people. But that's for the people who go out like every, they go out often.
Right.
I pull up and I see different faces every time. Every time I come in here, I see a different
somebody
face,
which
you
don't know
thing,
actually.
For sure,
But yeah, that was my whole idea of it, just bringing that vibe, having people come in here and feel like they're in a whole different world, they're in a whole different space, you know what I'm saying? Meeting different people, listening to different music, just trying different things, just just trying to separate myself from other people, you know what I mean? Especially like with our food and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You come to a spot like we have everything. It's a place you could come to on the weekend and get turned, but during the week you could also pull up and have a good time. Chill, bring your laptop, do your homework, have event, meetings, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And also provide an event space for people to be able to utilize. You know what I'm saying? So it's bringing that out of town, just bring that different vibe. I think that's what sets us apart from other places.
So you get to control the tempo,
right?
I know it's not always been like that for you. I know it's been times where, you've done work at other places where you didn't have full control.
Right.
You may have a crazy idea about something or something
that you
think.
They might shut it down because
you may have an idea about something or something that you feel will be a benefit or something that can allow a place to grow.
Right.
But if
they
you don't
might not see it.
If they don't see it and if they don't have full control, there's nothing that much that you can do. So talk about just, you coming up from not having control to having full control.
That's a big part. You know what I'm saying? Like the old spot I was at. Speaking, I know you asked me about that earlier. Mirage. That was a business, family business. That was almost went out of business. I kind of went in and talked to them like, yo, we could transform this. This is what I do. Show them what some videos, some pictures. They're like, let's do it, but over the time, there's just a lot of different things that had happened that cost me to having to step away from it, you know, out of respect for my brand and just what I seen, what my vision for the place that they might not have seen, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just a blessing to be
But
able
ain't it
to.
a blessing though? Simply like that may have been a time where you may have probably been going through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Going
Nah, that
through
was
a
crazy.
spiral of emotions.
Imagine, yeah,
and
imagine just like working so hard and helping put something together, you know, in a matter of like a couple weeks, and it being like one of the biggest things and the highlight of last summer, and something that everybody talked about 2 years ago, or whatever.
like you
and,
built up the momentum for that place.
you know, and just having to walk
away.
away from it was just kind of like, damn, you know.
And then a lot of times, somebody who may not have known that you stepped away from that place, they pulling up for you,
and
you're
then
not
they
even
go,
there
and
no
it's a
more.
whole different vibe, you know. Yeah, that you hurt. You like,
exactly.
damn, like, you know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
I came from Manny, man. Manny ain't here no more. Oh, shit, I'm outta
Yeah,
here.
so yeah, it's definitely a blessing to be able to, you know, just get past that and be able to just have something of my own.
It's
know?
crazy though how God just bless you.
Yeah,
He
you know,
gonna
'cause
put
if that
you-
didn't happen,
Yeah. This wouldn't happen. Like
know?
he gonna put you through the motions. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take them losses and you're gonna get put through the dirt.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get put through the rain before it gets sunny for sure. But
Yeah, absolutely.
hey, look where we at
And
now.
you know, most of the time when stuff like that happen, people are hesitant. Like they scared to like, nah, I might lose some money.
Yeah.
Nah, you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
One failure rubs people off to never try again.
Oh, no, absolutely. And that's one thing, like, I wouldn't say I like failure, but fear motivates me, you know what I'm saying? Just losing just motivates me, like, damn, why couldn't I do it? Like, now I want to make it, why can't I do this? Why did I get it wrong? Why? It pushes me to want to even do it even more, you know what I'm saying?
Was that your motivation, leaving from, the place that you were at to now having your own lounge, your own club?
Yeah, and I was also I was never kind of like scared. I was never like fear was never in me. You know what I'm saying? Like failure is probably my only fear. You know what I mean? Like I just walking away from it. That was kind of like a bold move. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that I look up to, once said, if they don't let you through the door, you got to go through the window. You know what I'm saying? History favors the bold, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, like there's nowhere in history where it's somebody that acted politely or, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you want, you got to go get it. If you have your mindset on something, F it, you know what I'm saying? Just get it popping, and, don't let, so you know what I'm saying? That's a mentality of mine that I feel like it helped me do a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like the well-behaved doesn't make history, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I stick by, like you just go get it.
So what's some future plans you got for Living Room, man? 2020, it's a new year, new blessings, new opportunities. Where do you see Living Room by the time it turns 2021? What's the progression that you want to make within a year?
I definitely want to expose it to a lot more people. You know what I'm saying? We
Facts.
still new, so we still trying to get there. Still
Word
a lot
of
of
mouth
people.
crazy though.
It is.
It takes the right amount of people and the right people to
talk about it, and then next thing you know, it's everywhere.
To me, y'all doing successful business, but I know it could get better.
Of course.
It's
There's
a lot
always
more
room for
for
improvement.
a lot more room for improvement.
Always.
But yeah, man, what's some goals that you got? Just name a couple goals and just the progress that you want to make.
Yeah, for one, like I was saying, just trying to expose it to more people. Just get it out there some more. Eventually just being able to tap into different groups, you know what I'm saying? Not just like, the young crowd or party crowd, I want
make this a one-stop shop for everybody.
Yeah, I want the corporate, I want to tap into the corporate people, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of businesses around here that, we definitely want to have in here for their lunch breaks and stuff like that. So just being able to tap into different groups of people, just getting it out there some more. And just being able to bring a couple of celebrities out, you know what I'm saying? Just
what's some people you want to bring out here to Living Room?
Oh, the
what's
list
some people
is,
that you brought?
The list is long. So far, we've done Bernice Burgos. We've had a couple of football and basketball players and stuff like that. Sorry, not basketball, but we had a couple of football players that have pulled up and just on their own. Like I heard about it, or people that I know, you know what I'm saying, and they just pulled up just cause, but. Yeah, like, Bernice, for example, she had a great time out here, up to now they still tell me that, like, yo, I had an amazing time, the hospitality of it. I'm real big on hospitality, so
definitely.
sometimes it's not even about just bringing them out here, but it's like the experience you leave for them.
How do you make sure that, they're taken care of and that
Yeah,
they feel
yeah.
that they feel secure and
It's
that
just
they feel that they're
just going the extra mile, you know, because
a lot of guys, hey, and it's crazy, but I've been hearing a lot more stories with just celebrities and just people that get paid to come to certain cities that they've been running into a lot of people who've been doing bad business and you know, just people that rub them off the wrong way.
It makes them not want to even take a booking.
It makes them not want to even take, you know, chances and you know, do business with you.
Yeah, I've been involved in like booking other celebrities in the past, but that was kind of like my first, you know, like getting it done, you know, type of thing. Especially being in my club too. That's extra stress because now you're not worried about just them. You gotta worry about everything else
protect
too.
your name and your brand.
Yeah, so
I know that you're a busy man, and you got your hands tied with a lot of things.
I
know it don't stop here. I know, you know, just because Living Room is successful and is becoming successful and it's going uphill, I know you're not satisfied. I know it's a lot more that you want to do. It's a lot more that you feel like you need to take care of and that you need to conquer. So what's some other business and ventures that, you know, you want to expand on?
Real estate. Real
That's
estate. I want to definitely get into that. With me, it's kind of like I like to do what I'm interested in. I don't like to do anything for the money. I want to love it. I want to have interest in it. That's how I keep my head in it. You know what I'm saying? Because you go through so much trials and tribulations. Like if you don't like it, that's how a lot of people give up on a lot of stuff. I feel like because
you're not passionate.
They don't have interest in it. You know, there's a lot of times I lost money multiple times doing events or bringing hosts or, you know what I'm saying? Like I just kept losing money, but I love it. So I don't stop. And, you know, being consistent, it's like everything in anything you do, you know what I'm saying? You have to be consistent, you know what I'm saying? So just picking stuff that I love, you know, like I'm not like huge, I'm not like a fan of like houses and like, you know, everything like that, but like I'm interested in real estate. Like I kind of want to learn about it, you know what I'm saying? Just expansion, being able to do what I do, different places and to reach other people, especially with Dreams to Reality. Just being able to have that platform in different cities, different countries, and you know, a hotel is like it's been a dream of mine ever since I was like.
You want to have a hotel?
No, a hotel. Not in America, but
what would you call it?
I don't know. I didn't think that far yet, but I definitely like it's always been a dream of mine.
Hotel Rwanda. Hotel Rwanda. I don't know. That's a lot of stress.
Hey, yo, it is.
Like the stress of a hotel.
Well,
like
you gotta get out your comfort zone and make anything happen.
Hey,
you know, all the great people. You gotta. Ain't nobody. If it's easy, everybody would be doing it. So I like to challenge myself. Like a couple of days ago, I literally was just driving. I was like, you know, I just want to go look at some cars. You know, my next car I want to get is a G-Wagon. I don't know how.
Coming soon.
I don't know how I'm gonna get it. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I want a G-Wagon.
He might have a G-Wagon by the time this video come out. Who knows? As long as you hustle.
G-Wagon and the Maybach. Those are like my next two, or like, you know, just a bigger. I don't know, but those are kind of like I want one. I just went to look at it. You know, I vision so big, like even with everything I do, and that's why, you know, back to your question, like, what do you want to do? I said hotel. You're like, oh shit, like.
Yeah.
To me, it's like
it's crazy, but that allows you to work extra hard because you know
you always want to set your goal. If I say I want a hotel and I build an apartment complex, I can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? So I always set the goal so high that even if I don't reach it,
but to work hard.
You know, if I don't reach it, even if I do something smaller than that, it's still kind of a big deal because it's so high.
You still make some type of progress, and that's all it's about, progress.
Yeah, so you know, just being able to do that,
what's some things that you like to do for fun? I mean, I know you work so hard. How do you relax and enjoy yourself?
I love my spa days.
Hey, man, I be seeing him, man. He loves the lifestyle.
I like to be in the spa. I like the massages. I like the facials, the pedi, the medi. You know, it's so crazy because I was doing this like years ago when people used to like, you know, now 2020, 2019. They try to
look at you like you crazy.
2019, it's normal now. Yeah. It's kind of normal now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, more people are getting into it, but you talking.
More people would take care of themselves, and you know.
A couple years ago, you doing that, people looking at you like,
you sweet.
What's wrong with this dude? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But hygiene is important. You gotta take care of yourself. Just because you're a guy, that does not mean you don't have to take care of yourself.
Don't be fooled,
girls like it when you take care of your hygiene.
Love it.
When you keep up with yourself, I promise you, we ain't gonna steer you on.
I love my spa days. I love traveling. That's like you know, one time I picked up a book bag. Pack a couple of stuff in there. I was gone for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? from New
I
York to
wish.
Canada, from Canada to Miami to DC to I just
What's some of your favorite places to hit, man, when you vacationing and just enjoying yourself elsewhere from
Canada
Columbus?
when it's not cold.
Oh, is it cold right now in Canada?
Yeah, it's crazy cold right now. Canada is like, yeah, but in the summertime it's like the best. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a place that you eventually want to venture off to? I know you take care of your business here in Columbus. Do you see yourself expanding
I've
in different cities?
I've traveled to a lot of places, like different countries, different cities, different states, whatever. Like, and I like being here, man. Like I don't. I like being here, but I like to get away. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't see myself living somewhere else. I could see myself living in Canada.
I mean, can you see
besides
yourself?
the cold?
Can you
But like
see
ATL, I love ATL. Like it's like
Atlanta, too.
I go there, it's like damn.
the vibes?
But I'm looking like I cannot live here.
I mean, but can you see yourself having places in? You said you want to get in real
Oh
estate.
yeah,
so
no, no,
you could
absolutely.
definitely see
Like
yourself
that's why I
having-
say like, you know, one thing you always told me that up to now has stuck to me.
What was that?
You said I want to live my life out of suitcase.
Telling you, ain't no
We
other
used
way.
to talk about that in college, and it's always like that's me. I really like to just get up and leave, but I don't like being stationed.
It's vibes. Like it really, what it is just it's vibes in different places that, you know what I'm saying. The world's big. The world is big. The world's big, and I just feel like being stagnant and being stuck in one place, it'll drive me crazy. It'll drive me crazy. Like,
but you know, after when you go out to the world and do all of that stuff, I like to come home and just lay in my bed. Like
exactly.
it's kind of like a,
Yeah.
you know, it's just
a
kind
breath
of
of
get
fresh
that
air
break and
for
come
real.
back. You know, so now, I couldn't see I don't know. I could. I don't know. For now, I like living here, but I like to get away a lot. You know, I could be gone for 2 months and
But
not
you
be
always
here,
gonna
but
miss
I
home,
just
though.
want to. Once I come home, I'm cool.
What you got planned, man, in the future, Manny G? What can we look forward to in the future from you?
Just trying to expand, you know, trying to expand, reach more people, help a lot more people. That's like major for me, you know. As I learn, I teach. You know what I'm saying? I like to pass on. Like my mentor always tell me, like pass it. What did he say? Pass it forward. So I like to always like. It's like, yo, I'm giving you an advice that you feel like it's being helpful.
I'm giving
to
you free game. I'm big on free game.
Pass it on.
All I do is give out free game, and
And
I
you
feel
know,
like it's nothing wrong
I'm
with
big
giving
on
out
that.
free
I'm
game.
big on
Like
that.
I want to help people.
Yeah.
It's so much knowledge out here in the
People
world.
just
People be
so,
selfish.
Like I was about to say, it's good to be selfish. I'm telling you, this
Yeah.
generation is good to be selfish sometimes because you got to be selfish to get where you want to be most of the time. But you know, it's just having that balance and just still be able to.
Still
you
be
know,
able to
just
be a helping
pass
hand.
it forward and
you ain't gotta give them all the game. You
and
ain't
it
gotta
feels
give
good.
all the sauce.
It feels great. You know what I'm
does.
saying? Like I've heard terms like the game is to be sold and not told. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance. There's levels to it.
Yeah.
Still pass it on, but know when to make sure
Know when to shut up.
and
then
you know what I
when
mean?
to
Because
give
you work
up.
hard for it too. You have to go through a lot. So if you know what I'm saying? So it's just having that balance. But you know, helping more people, being able to have a nonprofit, that's big on my list. Be able to turn dreams to reality into a nonprofit, and you know, just
Keep working.
being happy.
Just being that's
Be-
happiness is the most
Being
important.
happy. That's the
All
main
this don't
thing.
mean nothing if you're not happy.
Nah, absolutely
at
not.
all.
Absolutely not. So just being happy and seeing people around me also grow. You know what I mean? It's no
important.
fun if you just like just doing all by yourself. Like I want to see everybody. I want to see this on TV in a couple months. I want to see
Yeah,
my
going
friends
to.
with clothing lines. I want to see them in New York Fashion Week or my big ass Fashion Week. You know what I'm saying? You know, so just seeing people around me happy and getting to it as well. Family, you know, health,
Health
big
is
part of
important
it.
too.
Which I'm learning myself. Like, and it's something a lot of people don't know about me. Like a couple months ago, I got hospitalized for just my body just shut down one day. You know what I'm saying? Like lack of sleep, stress, anxiety, and stuff like that. I've never really taken my health serious because I'm so driven. I'm just motivated, and I want to do it all. You know what I mean? But it comes to a time where if you don't slow down, life will your
Life will
body
catch up to you,
Yeah,
for sure.
it's gonna slow you down. It's gonna humble you. So that's the biggest lesson of 2019 that I got to just take care of yourself. Because if you don't, all this stuff you're doing, it don't mean nothing if you don't wake up the next morning or if you don't, if you're not able to get up and do what you do. So you gotta just pace it and just have that balance, and that's pretty much it.
To wrap it up, man, what's some advice? Anybody out there who may look up to you or want to fill the shoes that you're in and kind of looks at you and, you know, idolizes you as a person and wants to follow the moves that you're making, what's some advice that you can give them?
Be consistent. That's number one. Especially if you're anything you do, matter of fact. But you know, I'm speaking from my experience, like, especially being in the nightlife. You might throw a party. It's 12 o'clock, 12:30. Ain't nobody. It's 5, 10 people in here. Damn, should I end it? Should I cut security? Should I send a DJ home? 15, 20, 30 minutes later, at 1 o'clock, everybody pulling in. So just being consistent with whatever you do, no matter what it is, you gonna struggle. You gonna lose out on money. It's not gonna be easy, but just push it through, make it happen, keep doing it. And that's why you gotta love what you do, because you're not gonna have that patience if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Being consistent. Fuck the rules. Sorry, fuck the rules. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, like just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you
ain't
feel
got nothing
deserve,
to lose.
just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be polite with it. Be aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, I'm a run this back. History favors the bold. Just get it done. Fuck what they talking about. Fuck what they think. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel in the inside, deep down inside, that's the reason why you feeling like that. Like, yo, this is what I got to do, or whatever it is, just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, I'll say just put yourself first. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing all that for a reason, and without you, it won't happen. So just being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Not paying attention to the rules. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You can bend it sometimes. So it's okay. You'll be all right. And
Hey,
and just going for it. Just get it done.
The keys to success, man. I appreciate you, man, for
Anytime, man.
coming through, man. Most definitely, man.
Overdue.
Living Room Lounge, man. My boy Manny G. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Words of Woods. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, see you later.